answer your question?
Go on.
Okay. The go on was intense. But let's say you were someone who was willing to date someone who had a child, and you're in your building status, and she was happy and willing to build with you. Would you be faithful to her?
So I've accepted a woman for a kid.
Yeah.
Obviously, in the normal circumstances, that wouldn't happen anyway. But if it did, and do you know what? Let me just say, I think never say never type thing. Yeah, but
There you
I
go.
think what plays into my idea of that is, again, it's the fact that I'm Nigerian, and I know that would be even
but
more
you know
difficult.
what's so funny? You say that, yeah, but in Nigeria, Nigerian men in Nigeria accept girls with kids more than here.
My parents are on smoke.
Okay,
I know for a fact.
Oh, does it come from like a cultural
It's
thing?
a-
Like,
So,
I don't
so
know,
what
so-
I've from my own
began as a
experience,
Most
from
mothers wouldn't want their sons
from
bringing-
from my
That's fair.
experience as a single mother, right? I get more smoke here than I get in Nigeria.
Really?
And I
Yeah.
think a big part of that is because back in Nigeria, a man who took on another woman's child that wasn't his, he gets a lot of honor and respect for that. Whereas
Probably.
that doesn't happen here.
Probably.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, it used to happen, but because it's almost like, oh wow, he's the man who not only is he supplying for his own kids, but for someone else's.
Yeah.
There came a lot of respect for that, so I think
Yeah.
it was more regarded in high regard, but it's not regarded like that today.
Like in Nigeria, you can say like, I'll be like, oh, I've got kids. The only joke that they make in Nigeria is like, you London girls like to have kids quickly. That is it.
Yeah,
but
it's
they
true.
don't say like, oh, you're less of a woman. But they even find women with kids a lot more serious. It's literally
I
the
hear
total
that.
opposite.
I think
I hear
that's modern. I don't think that's
No.
My mum and aunties and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
it's not a
that's
tradition. It's not a
frowned
tradition.
Oh
upon.
yeah, it's not a traditional thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
it's
think-
not a
and
traditional
I think
thing.
it's older men as well.
Yeah. So that's still frowned upon. Like my mum will very much say a lot of the responsibility, if the family doesn't go well, a lot of the responsibility falls on the woman. Like it's the woman's fault if anything goes wrong.
What if the marriage didn't work?
If the marriage didn't work, my mum would say one of the reasons she's scared that anything would happen in the marriage, obviously everything is good, but if it was, she would say the problem falls on the woman. That's still very much so the case. Like obviously modern day women now.
so
growing up in
mad.
Nigeria-
I agree with you. I as much as it's a hard pill to swallow, the majority of the marriages that don't last is because of the woman. Not that she was the problem, but she just wasn't
she would be
willing
the one to shoulder the blame.
No, she was just not willing to continue. Because like,
Yeah.
if I was to sit here and start dissecting my marriage, you'd be like, but you could have worked it through. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I
Family
hear that.
meetings,
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff.
yeah, and this is why I say that if you one of the issues or the mistakes I made, I didn't date a bad boy. I'm not interested in bad boys. It wasn't a thing for me. I dated I was married to a quiet guy. But what I didn't pay attention to, and that was lack of knowledge, is attributes. Mannerisms, how you're raised, family values, all of that. Those were my problems. It wasn't, oh, he was cheating or he was, I was just fed up. It was that our values didn't work together. So that's why it's my fault, because you could turn around and say that, why didn't you pick up those things? But I wasn't wise enough to pick up on those things.
Can I ask, did you leave? Sorry.
Yeah,
You left, sorry.
Yeah, I
Okay,
left.
first. Yeah.
Would you ever get back with him?
No. And what's so mad, yeah? You remember the last time we came, you said...
I don't.
You don't remember
I do
it.
so many
So many,
shows.
yeah.
Okay, so in a figure of speech, but when the last time we came, you said that part of a marriage, as a woman, you're meant to, for your kids, you're meant to stay in a marriage. But I remember I said the main reason why I left was because of my kids. Because when you look at my kids now, they're a lot calmer. The teachers don't complain about them. The teachers used to complain a lot about my children's behavior, just them being unsettled, but as soon as I facilitated structure, they're fine.
Was that because you and your husband were showing the troubles in your relationship to your
This was even after we broke up and he had access to the kids.
Okay.
As soon as that access was no longer there, they were a lot more settled. But don't get me wrong, I am so scared raising my boys because I'm a woman. Do you know what I mean?
I hear that.
So like even little things like when my son comes upstairs and he's crying, even though I want to hug him, because I don't want to make the mistakes I believe some parents have made on their sons, I have to be stern. Do you know what I mean? And I get scared that am I confusing this boy that a woman is meant to be aggressive?
I respect that because like,
That's
you're
a
obviously
difficult
trying to
situation.
Yeah, do you get what I'm saying? It's like, how do you teach him?
Because a lot of women don't even take that into account. A lot of women they do the motherly thing, which is just to like cottage.
Yeah,
I can't.
It's hard as well because when
I have a second question. Would you take him back if there was no other men on the planet?
No, I won't be on my own.
Oh,
I've started to, even though I don't like it, and I'm praying to God it doesn't happen, but I'm starting to have that 10% that you may be on your own for a long time.
Do you think you'll have 2.5 million saved up to retire?
I think being
by
single,
the time you're 60.
Yes, if that's what I wanted, I will have what I want.
Okay.
One thing about me, and anyone will tell you, is I work hard. I am a grinder.
Well, women like because the thing is, you're probably in a small percentage of women that make that amount of money, but a lot of women will be homeless in that position.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're really educated about that. Because I mean, I know there's like government benefits here, but you don't know tomorrow they could take them away.
Yeah.
And you want to be relying on that.
Can I ask a question to the ladies in the room? So, did you want to do something, Pearl?
No, go ahead.
Okay. So different shift. Obviously, women earn their own money and they earn good money nowadays, right? So, women have almost, in certain ways, adopted the traditional masculine positions that men have taken historically. But then a lot of women will still say that they don't want to provide for a man. So it's almost like they've taken the position of a man, but they don't want to take the responsibility that comes with that position. I just want to know, why do you guys think that is? Or do you think that's even a fair statement to say?
I think it's
go on.
No, I think it's just like subjective, you know. I've been in a position where I supported my man for like 2 years.
Would you have been happy to do that if you stayed together, like for the duration of your relationship?
Yeah, if I had to, for sure. But like, I think again, there is that natural energy exchange that needs to take place. Obviously, like I would probably have that conversation, but like, hey, you know.
But like, why? But what I'm trying to say is like, if you're the person in the relationship who is earning more, right? Why would you have to be like, okay, we need to have a conversation about this? Why could you just be like, okay, well, I'm just going to be providing for the relationship?
Because I feel like there's like an energy of like resentment that might come up.
And I guess what I'm asking is, where does that come from? Because I agree.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know.
Would you say it's entitlement?
No.
Did you still find that man attractive?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a woman can do it if she thinks it's temporary.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, we were building like together. So I was involved in the dream. He was involved in the dream, and we were building his dream. You know, and so I supported that 100%.
So I could never. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, go on. I was
gonna say I could never be the provider of my home. Never. I don't want to. I think it's confusing for the children. It's confusing for me.
Yeah, no.
Nah,
I like
that. It's not my role.
I was like, why is he not working? Is he staying home and?
It's not that he's not working,
right?
But it's like, let's say, for example, your chosen career paths, right? You're earning 80K, he's earning 30K, right? And you want to live a certain lifestyle, but in order to live that lifestyle, like you have to be, have the financial burden of, let's say, 90% of the relationship.
Then that's fine because you want that lifestyle, right? Like the woman wants the lifestyle.
But you would be okay. You would be okay providing for him long term.
Yeah.
So if the woman wants the lifestyle, then the woman's gonna have to uphold it. Otherwise, she would have to come down a level.
But she has to uphold it for herself and for him.
Yeah.
So you know the way men have traditionally brought women up to their lifestyle. You're doing the same for your man. Like, but I feel like most women would not want to do that. Like you said, like a lot of the time, if a woman's here, she's like, I want a guy who's here or above. Hashtag hypergamy.
You know what Auntie said? She said that last time she was on the show. I don't know if you guys probably. I don't know if you've seen clips with her. She's like this 50-something-year-old auntie that just great. She's so funny. And she said that I knew a couple that like where he worked and she would just come home and give the money to her husband. All these women say that they can't trust the man with the money, but they trust them with their bodies. And my body's a lot more valuable than some money.
That's true.
But I can if me and my husband are working, I'm happy to put my money in a joint account.
Would you give it to him though?
I don't think the kind of man I'll be with would want it to be seen like that. He would probably just, I think in my head, I could be wrong, but what I wouldn't mind in my home is we sit down, we plan, and he says, you are only allowed to spend this amount of your money. You have to put the rest in savings. I'm okay with that.
So you don't mind being the constant, because essentially, even though you're putting into one pot, you're the breadwinner.
No. We're saying that we're talking about how we manage our money. So he I won't use the word control. You know us women, we don't like certain words, but I won't use the word control. I'll say, but he has the final say on how I spend. I'm okay with that.
If he said with you earning more.
Yeah, even if he was earning more.
No, this is
about you.
I think
we'll mix it. I'm just making a comment on what she said about managing money.
That was the same thing.
Yeah, was it okay? Earning more.
So you, like, let's say you earn 100K. I don't know what you earn, but let's just say you earn 100K. He makes 55.
No,
you hand your money?
If he was earning,
he's a hardworking man. He's a fireman.
I wouldn't be with someone who's a fireman though.
Why?
Shout out to the firemen, but it's not.
Why? But why not? Like that could be like a masculine guy. It's a good job.
No. See, let's even leave the money side of things. I don't want to be thinking, I hope he's okay where he is.
Oh, okay.
I can't deal with it.
To do with the safety of the job.
Yeah, I
can't. It's not about the money.
Being a police officer, all of that. I you know what? I respect women that are with those guys.
Let's say plumber. Okay, let's change it to plumber. It wasn't about
they make money anyway. So
no, 55.
You know what? I'm a mum, so we do have to make certain, like, the truth of the matter is we have to compromise a little bit. I could be with a plumber who's on 50K if he had a plan to not always be on that 50K. But it's hard.
No, this isn't build a bum. The same build.
No, I was just about to say it. I was just about to say that it's hard. The biggest mistake we women make is we date potential. And hope. So it's like.
Yeah, but so the answer is no.
I don't think that's a mistake.
I have a problem with this though, because a lot of women seem to do this quite a lot. It's like every woman wants a man to be rich and successful. And
I don't know. Okay, so
because you said he needs to have a plan.
Okay, sorry.
Go on.
So I know I'm interrupting you. Sorry, but I think it's based on your age. If I'm dating a guy who's if I decide to date younger, I cannot expect him to be on certain salaries. But if I'm dating a guy, and I think I prefer to date guys who are like 35 and up, I should be seeing your progression by now. It shouldn't be a woulda, coulda, shoulda. But if I date the other end of the age group, then I can't expect you to have it all together.
50K is still top
for some people.
No, but I'm saying
that's a good amount of money.
My point is
for some people,
right? But I'm saying like 50K is still top. I couldn't find it exactly, but
50K is good money.
But like 20-30% of income. Do you think you're top 20-30% of women?
Yeah. What, financially?
No, I'm talking about what men value.
I've left that one to say I've accepted my fate. But one thing is, I know my traits, and I think as a woman you have to know your behavior.
I don't think that's a problem. I think, and this is why I pulled it up, because a lot of women seem to have this. I don't want to find a guy of potential, whatever the age. If a guy's making around 55K, we know the statistics around what percentage of men make that money.
Yeah.
So then how unrealistic is most women's perspective on finances?
I agree that some women think they should have certain things because they see other women having it. Yeah. But you don't know what those women are doing to get what they have, i.e. either they're working hard or the things they accept in their home.
Very true.
You can't even accept 1% of it. So unless you have full knowledge on people's situations, don't ask for what you don't know.
Most women ain't making 50 bags.
The moment I know, they are.
Most women ain't making 50 bags. So again, by and large, holistically, most women ain't making 50 bags.
But that's why I say that. For me, I can't be with a guy who's on 50K because I know my traits, I know my behavior, and unfortunately, I will start to resent him and I won't be happy. So why would I make another man's life miserable because I want to get in a relationship?
Would you rather be alone or be with a guy that makes significantly less than you?
Logically, it makes sense for me to be with a guy that has money because I'll be paying less than what I'm paying now.
No, but I'm asking if that was your two choices. I'm just curious.
I'd rather be on my...
Grace, no, you wouldn't.
What if he's on 50K?
You like companionship.
No. I like companionship, but I know what I'm saying. If he's gonna be on 50K all his life,
but imagine this: what you earn, and then you add 50K to that.
Okay.
Or nothing, or you don't add anything at all.
And this is what I always talk about this 50K or these amounts, right? And this is why I don't like talking about it, because I think it's unfair. Let's say me and my husband now decide to go halves, right? We go 50-50. He's on 50K, I'm on 100 and whatever. he's feeling that money he's putting down more than I am, right? But because of the kind of man I want to be with, he's probably going to say, I have to at least contribute half. He is going to, within himself, and then I come tomorrow and go, babes, when are we going on holiday? He's thinking, bruh, I'm already paying half. You now want to go on holiday again?
So you'd actually rather be by yourself?
I'd rather be with a guy who is working towards something.
That's not what she said.
I know that's what he said. I'm going to answer the question. No. I'm answering the question. I'd rather stay on my own and wait for someone that I can see going up.
No,
than be with someone that's
there's not that.
No, I'd rather be on my own for now.
You'd rather be.
Yeah, I know what I've been through.
Yeah, but I think it's like easy to say that when you're still young and attractive. But like when you're 60 and maybe the clock starts ticking.
I think when you're older anyway, you like I said, we've spoken about this. When you're older, I feel like when you get married and all that stuff, you're not marrying for help or financial. You're marrying for companionship.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like women, I don't think we think about the second half of our lives. Like we're all gonna live probably to be 90. So and your looks are gone at what? If you're lucky, you might get 50, but like no guy's really checking for 50-year-olds. So like what are we gonna do the second half of our lives?
I think is it fair to say that because arguably, you know, you're still very much competitive in the market. You're like, okay, well, I'm still gonna maintain these standards because I believe it's still very much achievable. But then I don't know, in like 15 years time, you might be like, okay, maybe I should actually focus on having a companion as opposed to how much he earns.
Yeah, my needs will be different then, right? Because right now my needs are different, but I think my beliefs and my way of thinking is based on my traumas and experience. Not that I'm still holding my traumas or whatever. I've let it go. I'm good. But right now I'm so stubborn in my mindset of I don't want to make certain mistakes. So I'd rather be patient because I think I was very impatient. I think a lot of the situations I found myself is my lack of patience. So now I'm trying patience. Do you understand? So this is the approach I'm taking.
Do you think anything happens, like you accomplish anything through patience? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, wouldn't you say success is hard work? And like getting what you want, you have to work at it and go for it rather than just like hoping it comes to you.
I'm just talking about what I've been through, Jeremy. And I think some things that I think maybe if I was more patient, I might not have gotten married to the person I got married to. If I was more patient to pay attention to the certain things, I would have picked up certain things and certain things wouldn't happen. That's why I'm saying I'm taking on patience during this journey.
As many of you know, I was just banned on TikTok, and we are demonetized on a daily basis on this platform. If you want to help, please consider sending a super thanks below. Every donation helps, and it helps make what we do possible.